Hello, Miss Yen. We have questions from last week, I believe.
Hello, Rinpoche la.
Yes.
I can read the question from last week.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, from last week or this week. Yeah. Yeah. Please go on.
Yeah. So there are a couple questions from last week. I will start reading those questions.
Please.
Prostrate to Rinpoche la. Can you please share the most simple techniques to break the prison walls? Thank you, Rinpoche la. This is related to last week's
Right.
teaching.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, thank you. So the wall that the questioner is referring to is the wall of samsara, since that is the we were talking about the defects of samsara. Because we are sort of engulfed in the impermanent tendencies of samsara. Anyway, so to break that wall, so break out of that wall, to break out of that prison wall. So there is a saying: if you want to walk in front of your shadow, then if you want to walk in front of your shadow, then you have to walk the other way. If your shadow is in front of you, and if your goal is to walk in, if your shadow is in front of you, and if you want to walk in front of your shadow, then you have to walk the other way, which is the opposite way. So the same principle applies here. If you want to break away from samsara, you have to do the things that is in exact opposite to what got you into samsara in the first place. So if you have been imprisoned, I mean, even in today's like world, this is the same thing, right? When we are imprisoned, if the prisoner behaves well, then they will get an early release for good behavior or something, right? So even though it does not happen everywhere, but there is this possibility. So since the laws that we made, this is a human law, so there's a lot of flaws in there, so it's not perfect, but the laws of karma is perfect. And so therefore, when you engage in actions that is in contrast, that is in direct contrast to which brought you into the prison walls of samsara, then you will be able to break that wall. You will be able to get out of samsara. So basically, what you have to do is, we remember the 10 non-virtuous deeds. So normally we talk about in Tibetan, when we talk about the virtuous deeds, we don't have a sort of a definite name for the virtuous deeds. Each of the virtuous deeds are known by their opposite side, which is the non-virtuous deed. So for example, we don't have a name for the non-virtuous, the virtuous deed. For example, we have a virtuous deed called not killing. So for the non-virtuous deed, we have a name, which has a definite name, which is to killing. But for the non-virtuous deed, we don't say saving a life, we say non-killing. So here, the 10 positive or the virtuous deeds are known by their negation of the negative deed. They are not known by their own original names, but they are known through the names by which it negates its exact opposite, which is the negative deed. So we don't say giving, even though like when we count the 10 virtuous deeds, we don't say giving. We say non-stealing, not killing, not lying, so things like that. So it is the negation of what you have done that got you into samsara, which will get you out of samsara the quickest way. I think that's
all the question for today, Rinpoche La.
That's all question for today. All right. Okay. That means earlier break. Yep.
Yes,
okay.
An earlier break for you. Thank you, Rinpoche.
Let's earlier break, and let's contemplate on the teachings that we have just covered, as well as the meditation that we had earlier before the teaching. So I could make closures to many of the questions that I asked earlier during the meditation, but if I do that, it will just become an intellectual thing. It will just become an information for you, not really a knowledge or a wisdom that you gain. So that's why I just leave it as it is. I let it remain as a question. So you keep asking that question while contemplating, while meditating upon the meditation that we just did, we did earlier. So whatever question that you arise, whatever different experiences that might arise, you can discuss that next week. So I didn't make any closures because there's too much information out there, and all the information that is out there are experiences, shared informations that were shared by people who experienced those realizations or knowledges. So by merely reading or hearing about those experiences, it will just become an information, and it becomes a foreign object. It is not your own thing. So what I would like to encourage is to contemplate and raise your own thoughts and realization and knowledge through the contemplation. So if there is a question, if there is a doubt, and also if there is a conclusion or a closure that you come to your own, that is also okay. So if you are comfortable with the closure, just remain with that to whatever possible extent that you want to remain. Or if there is a doubt, then you can ask them later on. Okay, this concludes today's session. Thank you. Sorry. So never stress out when you are in a spiritual dilemma. Whenever you have a question, just don't whenever you have a question or a doubt or some sort of a dilemma, puzzle, don't stress out. This is a good thing. When you have a question, it means you are going through something, you are hitting something. So if that question comes and then goes away, it's okay. If it keeps popping up again and again, just note it down, and then you can ask me or any other teacher. So questions are a very good thing. Questions usually excite us. It encourages us to go looking for an answer. Answers and closures means, okay, oh, this is it, okay, that's it then, right? So then you just go to bed and sleep. But if you have a question, then it makes you awake, and this is what we are looking for, right? To be awakened. This is what Buddha means, to be awakened. So in order to be awakened, you need lots of questions. And so these questions and these spiritual dilemmas or the doubts are very, very important. And this is what we encourage a lot, especially in the Nalanda tradition of Tibetan Buddhism.
Thank you so much, Rinpoche La. It was a great experience today about the meditation session. Please continue to do that for the next
With pleasure, with pleasure. With pleasure. Okay, so let's go to dedication. Gewa de ye nyo do